Walk into any health store today, and almost every superfood staring at you is pure marketing scam. But 10 foods truly deliver real results, and one slashed heart attack risk by 33% in a Harvard study of thousands of people. We're ranking them now from the trendy newcomer at number 10 down to the king at number 1, quinoa. NASA literally fed quinoa to astronauts on long space missions, and the reason is wild. It's one of the only plant foods on Earth that gives you all 9 amino acids your body cannot make on its own. That makes it a complete protein, just like chicken or eggs. One cooked cup runs about 222 calories, 8 grams of protein, and 5 grams of fiber in a tidy little package. It's gluten-free, loaded with iron and magnesium, and has a glycemic score of 53, which means no nasty blood sugar spike. The Incas grew it for over 5,000 years high in the Andes Mountains. They called it the mother of all grains, and they were not joking around. So calling quinoa just a trendy hipster food is insulting to a 5,000-year-old crop. But there is one catch before you cook any. The seeds have a natural coating called saponin that tastes super bitter and messes with your stomach. Rinse it under cold water for 30 seconds, then simmer 2 cups of water for every 1 cup of dry quinoa, and you are done in 15 flat minutes. The drink at number 9 is one of the secret reasons people in Asia outlive everyone else on the entire planet: green tea. Asia has been sipping green tea for over 1,000 years, and the people there straight up live longer than the rest of the planet. The reason hides in tiny plant compounds called catechins. Catechins make up about 70% of the good stuff inside green tea. The strongest one is called EGCG, and 1/8 ounce cup gives you around 187 milligrams of it. Studies link drinking green tea regularly to lower bad cholesterol, lower blood pressure, less belly fat, and even lower risk of breast, prostate, ovarian, and womb cancers. Swapping one daily coffee for green tea is one of the easiest health wins on the planet. But how you brew it matters most. Boiling water kills some of the catechins, so let it cool for a minute before pouring. Steep 2 to 3 minutes max, otherwise it turns bitter and harsh on the tongue. Want a stronger version? Try drinking matcha instead, since you swallow the whole ground leaf and get about 3 times the EGCG of regular green tea. 2 to 3 cups a day is the sweet spot, and the payoff stacks up slowly over years. The food sitting at number 8 is one your grandma always told you to eat, and modern science finally proved her right: garlic. One single clove of garlic has just 4 calories, but inside that tiny bulb sits one of the most studied medicinal foods in all of human history. The active stuff is called allicin, and it only forms when you crush, chop, or chew raw garlic. Heat destroys it almost instantly. So toss garlic into your pan at the very end of cooking, never at the start. A major 2019 review found that garlic supplements lowered blood pressure by around 8 to 10 points in folks with hypertension. That is roughly the same as a starter dose of blood pressure medicine minus all the side effects. 2 or 3 raw cloves a day, crushed and rested for 10 minutes, can quietly drop your numbers over a few short weeks. The blood pressure win alone is tied to a 16 to 40% lower risk of heart attacks and strokes. But garlic does even more than that. It cuts total and bad cholesterol by up to 10% over 2 months, fights bacteria and viruses, and may lower your risk of digestive cancers. But the breath problem is real, that's for sure. Parsley, mint, and apple help kill the smell after eating raw garlic. The seeds at number 7 were warrior food for ancient civilizations, and the science behind them is genuinely shocking. Chia seeds. These tiny black seeds were warrior fuel for the Aztecs and Mayans hundreds of years ago. Once you see the numbers, you will get exactly why they ate them before battle. Just 2 tablespoons, only 1 ounce, give you around 11 grams of fiber. That is roughly 40% of your full daily target in one tiny spoonful. The same ounce also brings about 5 grams of protein, 4 grams of plant omega-3 fats, and gram for gram more calcium than dairy products. Chia is the richest plant source of omega-3 fats on Earth, even beating flaxseed. But here is something almost nobody talks about openly. When chia seeds hit liquid, they puff up into a thick gel that slows your digestion, steadies your blood sugar, and keeps you full for hours. The Harvard Nurses Health Study tied higher plant omega-3 intake to a 40% drop in sudden cardiac death, in women. The cardiovascular health study linked it to a 50% lower risk of fatal heart disease in older adults. You have to soak them first, though. Dry chia seeds can swell in your throat and choke you, so always mix them with milk, juice, or water for at least 10 minutes. Sprinkle them on yogurt, blend them into smoothies, or make overnight pudding for breakfast. The leafy green at number 6 gets clowned online constantly, but the data behind it is genuinely brutal. Kale. Kale gets clowned online all the time, but the science behind it is brutal in the best possible way. 1 cup of cooked kale gives you around 544 micrograms of vitamin K. That is roughly 4 to 6 times your full daily target from one single serving. The same cup also brings more than 100% of your daily vitamin C and a serious hit of vitamin A through beta-carotene. The total calorie cost is just 9 calories per raw cup, so you are getting a literal wall of nutrients for almost nothing on the calorie side. A 2016 study on people with metabolic syndrome found that 14 grams of kale powder a day for 8 weeks lowered bad cholesterol, dropped blood pressure, shrank belly fat, and improved fasting blood sugar. This one leafy green is checking nearly every chronic disease box at the same time. The lutein and zeaxanthin inside also protect your eyes from age-related damage. Raw kale can be tough on your gut if you are new to it. Massage the leaves with olive oil and lemon to soften them up first, then saute with garlic or bake them into crispy chips. One quick warning here for some viewers. If you are on blood thinners, the vitamin K can mess with your meds, so check with a doctor first. Now, the food at number 5 is the one you have been waiting for permission to eat your whole life. Dark chocolate. Yes, you heard that right. Real dark chocolate at 70% cocoa or higher is genuinely good for you, no asterisk needed. The Mayans and Aztecs called cocoa the food of the gods, and modern science is finally proving exactly why. Dark chocolate is loaded with plant compounds called flavanols. Flavanols make your blood vessels more flexible, lower bad cholesterol, and bring blood pressure down a notch. The huge Harvard Cosmos trial, which followed thousands of adults, found that cocoa flavanol pills reduced deaths from heart disease. A 2021 review of 8 studies showed dark chocolate dropped both bad cholesterol and fasting blood sugar levels too. So a small square or 2 daily is not just a guilty pleasure anymore. But there is a major catch you cannot skip past. The chocolate sitting on most grocery shelves is loaded with sugar, milk solids, and added oils that strip the good flavanols out completely. Anything below 70% cocoa is basically just candy in disguise. Anything labeled Dutched or alkalized has had most of the good plant compounds processed right out of it. Real 70 to 85% dark chocolate eaten at 20 to 30 grams a day hits the sweet spot between treat and tonic. The spice at number 4 is so loaded with active medicine, it competes head-to-head with prescription anti-inflammatory drugs. Turmeric. This bright yellow spice has been used in Indian medicine for over 4,000 years, and modern science finally caught up. The active stuff is called curcumin. A huge meta-analysis of 66 clinical trials confirmed that curcumin lowers 3 major inflammation markers in your blood. In plain English, it quiets the chronic slow burn that drives heart disease, arthritis, diabetes, and even some cancers. A 2021 review of 15 trials found curcumin eased arthritis pain as well, or better than ibuprofen and celecoxib. And it does that minus the gut and kidney side effects those drugs can cause. So that turmeric bottle in your spice rack is sitting on real prescription level power. But there is one serious problem you cannot skip over. Curcumin alone barely absorbs into your body. Most of it just flushes right out before it can get anywhere near your bloodstream. The simple fix is to pair it with black pepper, which contains a compound called piperine that boosts absorption by up to 2,000%. Adding fat helps too, since curcumin needs fat to dissolve properly. Stir it into scrambled eggs, golden milk, soups, or rice, and always pair it with black pepper. The fruit at number 3 rewrote everything science thought it knew about dietary fat and heart disease. Avocado. Forget every 90s low-fat diet you ever heard about. Avocado eaters are quietly winning, and the numbers are wild once you see them in print. A Harvard team followed roughly 111,000 people for 30 whole years. They found that those eating just 1 avocado a week had a 16% lower risk of heart disease. and a 21% lower risk of coronary heart disease. Half an avocado serves up around 364 milligrams of potassium, more than half a banana, plus 7 grams of fiber and a solid hit of folate. But the real workhorse is the heart-healthy fat called oleic acid, the same fat that makes olive oil so famous. It pulls down bad cholesterol while gently nudging the good cholesterol up. Swapping butter or processed meats for avocado is one of the cleanest heart upgrades you can make at the grocery store. The catch is calorie load. A medium avocado runs around 240 calories, so piling guacamole on a heavy meal will not help your waistline. But when avocado replaces saturated fat sources, the math becomes kind to your body. Toss it on toast, blend it into a smoothie, or just smash it with lime and salt. The fish at number 2 has more proven heart power than any other animal protein on the entire planet: salmon. Wild-caught salmon is basically a heart attack prevention pill in fish form. A 3.5-ounce serving gives you around 4,580 milligrams of EPA and DHA combined. Those are the 2 omega-3 fats your body cannot make on its own. The American Heart Association literally tells everyone to eat fatty fish twice a week, and salmon sits at the very top of that list. But why does this fish keep showing up in nearly every longevity study ever published? It comes down to what those omega-3s actually do inside you. They lower triglycerides, calm inflammation, slow plaque buildup in your arteries, and gently bring blood pressure down. A 2022 analysis in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that 3 grams of EPA and DHA daily produced real blood pressure drops, especially in folks already running high. 4 to 5 ounces of Atlantic salmon a few times a week is way more than just dinner. It is a long-term insurance policy for your heart and brain. But you need to pay attention to the source. Wild-caught beets farmed for nutrient density, and you should skip the bigger fish loaded with mercury. Pan-sear it, bake it, or toss it cold in a salad with greens and lemon. The food at number 1 outranked even salmon in that massive Harvard study, and the headline stat is going to genuinely shock you. Blueberries. Pop a few of these in your mouth and you are eating the most studied fruit on the entire planet. A single cup runs about 84 calories and packs roughly 3.5 grams of fiber. But the real magic comes from the deep purple stuff that colors them. Scientists call them anthocyanins, and you can just call them gold. Researchers at Harvard tracked thousands of women for years and found something genuinely insane. The women who were eating berries regularly cut their heart attack risk by around 33%. That is the king stat I promised you back at the start. So that little handful you toss on your oatmeal is doing way more than just adding sweetness. It is rewiring your cardiovascular system in real time. Wild blueberries take it even further. Lab tests put them at 3 to 5 times higher in antioxidant power than the regular cultivated kind you grab at the store. The memory studies are stacking up too. Older adults who drank wild blueberry juice for 12 weeks saw real boosts in recall, and one Harvard project linked weekly blueberry intake to slower brain decline in elderly women. Frozen works just as well as fresh, since freezing locks the nutrients in tight. Throw a cup in your morning yogurt, blend them into a smoothie, or just snack on them straight out of the fridge. That's the lineup, top to bottom. No magic powders, no scams, just everyday foods doing serious work in your body. Pick 3 and start this week. Hit that subscribe button and don't miss the video on screen.